How we doing? You okay? So we're down at the dell. I thought I haven't done one of these for a while, so we'll have a little walk around. I've just gone through all the main hives and they're all full to the brim, but we're extracting, so I'll explain as I go along. Let's have a little walk around the dell. So we'll go down the bottom first and see the lovely Alice, who's pumping away. So let's start at the back with Sarah. So Sarah, she's just had a new queen in. So I'm not going to go in her today. It's only what, I think queen's been in her about 5-6 days. So I'm going to let her settle. We know that she's been accepted. She's in there, so but now I'm not going to rip her apart. I'm going to allow her to sort of brood nest us, etc, etc, but she's all right, pumping away. It's so hot down here. I haven't got the truck today because Nikki's down at the Devon County show, so I had to handball all the stuff down here to do this. Look at Alice, look at this, a lot of pollen coming in. Now these guys, they're on a double brood, full right up. I mean, silly full right up. Her nest is about midway in the middle now. We've been swapping and checkerboarding and stuff to get her use the whole of it. The first two supers on there, they're basically empty because I've swapped it all around to give them, logic dictates that if the space right above them, they'll feel like they've got a bit more space, because I don't think, I mean, they haven't looking like they're going to swarm, but I can't trust them this year. And then the other top three are all full to the brim of honey and capped off. But with the feeder on the top, the polyashforth, I've turned it upside down so they've got a feeling of space on there as well. I mean, they might build a little bit of bird comb, etc, etc, but I'm not concerned about that. But yeah, they're going great guns. So we're going to pull at least 3 supers off of this next week. The weather looks glorious. It's the perfect time to do it. I can get it off and get it back onto them in the afternoon. They won't even notice it's gone. But yeah, so that's Alice. Let's take a walk over here. Yes, I know I need to come down and cut the grass, but I think it looks really pretty. So yeah, got to think about the other pollinators around, the butterflies and the solitaries and all of that. So let's go there. See, we've got several nukes here and they've only just had queens, so I haven't gone into them. They're splits from other apiaries to make sure that we didn't get anything swarming out there. This is the magical Lizzie. I've just been through her. She's crammed full, just like the rest. Again, I've put the 2 supers just above the brood nest are basically empty, and the 3 above them are completely full up and capped up, and I've turned the feeder upside down as well to give them space. It's only to delay them until next week when we can get the honey off, but there was no sign of any swarming in there, but it doesn't take them long to think about it and actually execute it, so covering all bases. But yeah, they're doing really well. This is probably the hottest it's been this year so far, and you give it getting a lot worse. Got a little nukes, look, 5 and 9 working away. The queens are in there, we know they've been accepted, so we'll let them build up. They're going to be going in hives, I expect, at the end of the week. And we go down to the beautiful Brienne, who has the affectionately known, what's going on there? Affectionately known skank inside. But yeah, they've picked up a lot. They're only on the 2 supers, as you can see, but the first one's completely full right up, and they're beginning to fill the second one. But again, we can play with that next week as it goes. And I've turned the feeder upside down and give them space, but no sign of any swarm in there, so that's good. And then we got the ridiculously big Rosie. This is our landowner's hive that we manage for her. Beautiful amount of honey in there. 3 supers on the top full of honey. Bottom 2, like I've done with all the others, they're the emptier ones, so they've put them on top of the brood box and turned the feeder up as is. few play cups, and there were quite a few play cups. Didn't see any sign of any eggs in them or anything like that, but there's another little sign that they're thinking about it. But again, we removed the supers, we should be all right. And we'll go over to the mighty clocky clock. We went in clock last week and there were supersedure cells, so we knocked them down. I've just gone through again. There's another 2 supersedures in there, but I'm seeing eggs and larvae and the queen. I've seen the queen, so I've knocked the supersedure down again. We've had this a lot this year. I don't know if it's a pheromone thing or anything, I'm not sure, but they are, well, yeah, I've knocked it down. Nothing else seems under. It's not swarming, it's just trying to supersede her, but she's laying all right. So I'm just going to give her another week or so and see if she settles. If she doesn't, I'll grab her out of there and we'll put her into something else and maybe requeen. Don't know, but it has happened. They don't seem to be accepting very quickly. So 2 or 3 weeks of knocking back the supersedure cells, and then all that nonsense stops and they accept her. So, but yeah, it's really, really warm here today. They're okay, but they are bursting at the seams. So Monday, Tuesday, we'll have this honey off, and it'll be the second batch of spring honey for 2026. But yeah, the bees are all right. We're right on the knife edge here. I've got no more equipment. Everything is on the hives, all across the out apiaries and everything. We've got nothing left to put on. So the upturned feeders is another little trick. I think it was Lawrence from Black Mountain Honey that suggested that. It's a clever little thing. They build a bit of comb, it wastes a bit of time, they feel like they've got a bit of space, etc, etc. So it just delays them. But yeah, there you go. A little stroll around the dell. Right, I've been down here now for over an hour and I am exhausted. So I hope you enjoyed that. We'll head back up and get a nice glass of juice. Is it too early for a beer? Could be too early for a beer. Oh, is it ever too early for a beer? But yeah, the dell, pumping away. Warmest day of the year. And it looks like we've got a week of this getting hotter and hotter and hotter. So let them work, innit? Happy bees.